Hello, Dodgers fans. We are diving into everything happening with the team as we gear up for the new season. And today we're going to break down the bullpen situation and why it might just be the most intriguing story of the offseason. There have been some moves, minor additions here and there, and the occasional speculation about who might join the team next. But realistically, this is a time of anticipation. Fans are looking ahead, hoping for stability and depth in the pitching staff, especially as we wait for major events like the Super Bowl, the Olympics, and of course, baseball's premier competitions, including the World Baseball Classic. It hasn't been the most thrilling time for sports enthusiasts recently, but better days are coming. Even with the cold-hitting cities like Winnipeg, the excitement for the upcoming baseball season is palpable. There's no denying that the bullpen is a critical piece of the puzzle, and after the Tyler Rogers signing, it's been one of the main storylines for the offseason. When looking at last year, the bullpen took notable strides from 2024 to 2025, showing much improvement overall. There is hope that this year, with a full season of key arms like Lewis Varland, Tyler Rogers, and a hopefully healthy Jimmy Garcia, fans will see this unit take yet another step forward. The potential is certainly there. The strength lies in depth, but there is also a recognition that the bottom end of the bullpen could use a bit more consistency, a stabilizing presence to ensure that late-inning situations are handled efficiently. Last season, fans witnessed both peaks and valleys, a common reality in a major league season where pitchers are asked to perform game after game. Certain players, like Brennan Little, had stretches where they seemed completely reliable, only to hit unexpected slumps later on. Jeff Hoffman experienced similar ups and downs, showing glimpses of brilliance, especially during playoff appearances, though not without a few critical mistakes that reminded everyone how volatile relief pitching can be. This roller coaster of performance underlines just how important each bullpen arm is, not just for the success of individual games, but for the rhythm and strategy across an entire season. Spring training is the perfect lens through which to examine these players. For example, Jimmy Garcia remains a name to watch closely. When healthy, he is one of the most impactful relievers on the roster, but recent history has shown how quickly injuries can derail momentum for pitchers in this position. Eric Swanson, Jordan Romano, and even Brennan Little have all faced setbacks that complicated the Blue Jays' bullpen plans. With Garcia, expectations must be managed. We cannot assume he will automatically slot into the setup role at the start of the season. Spring training will be crucial to gauge his velocity, command, spin rates, and overall delivery. Fans will be eager to watch him take the mound, noting every adjustment and improvement. His performance early on could dictate how the team approaches high-leverage innings, and whether he can complement other arms like Tyler Rogers effectively. Rogers himself presents an interesting case. Known for inducing soft contact rather than striking out batters in large numbers, he offers situational versatility, especially in games where precise execution is key. Observing how these pitchers are deployed in spring training will provide valuable insight into how the coaching staff intends to manage late-inning scenarios throughout the season. Another key figure is Lewis Varland. His usage during the playoffs last season was impressive, often appearing in crucial middle innings, providing stability and innings when the team needed them most. As a former starter, Varland's ability to handle workload without significant fatigue is a major advantage, and early glimpses during spring training will show how he adapts to a long season in a relief role. His fastball, which can touch triple digits, creates a challenge for opposing hitters and provides a clear weapon for the team in high-pressure situations. Varland's consistency, paired with the strategic deployment of Tyler Rogers and Jimmy Garcia, could be the difference between a bullpen that struggles with late-game situations and one that is a reliable backbone for the pitching staff. The Blue Jays have a clear understanding of the value of these arms and how they are positioned in different scenarios, whether it's 2 outs with runners on, facing left-handed versus right-handed hitters, or managing multi-inning appearances, will be closely monitored as spring training progresses. Beyond these established names, the offseason has left room for other intriguing candidates. Braden Fisher and Mason Flew-Hardy, along with Eric Lowers, are all players on the cusp of making significant contributions. Their performances in spring training could determine whether they secure a spot on the roster, providing valuable depth and flexibility. Left-handed options, in particular, remain a point of interest. While right-handed relief is relatively solid, the search for high-leverage left-handed pitching continues. Brennan Little, Ricky Tedman, and Mason Fluharty all represent possibilities, but none have yet demonstrated enough consistency to guarantee a pivotal role in critical moments. The team may still look to add a left-handed arm to balance the bullpen and ensure that matchups can be exploited strategically across a full season. Each addition or adjustment has a ripple effect, influencing how other pitchers are deployed and how the bullpen as a whole performs over 162 games. The importance of depth cannot be overstated. During the playoffs, a handful of relievers carried the load for the Blue Jays, including Luis Varland, Sereny Dominguez, and Jeff Hoffman. While this short-term approach worked, the regular season requires a broader distribution of innings and a rotation of arms to maintain performance levels. Injuries, fatigue, and matchup considerations all necessitate a versatile and adaptable bullpen. Spring training serves as the proving ground for these players to showcase reliability, refine skills, and earn trust from the coaching staff. Every roster spot in the bullpen matters, not just for individual games, but for sustaining performance over the long grind of the season. The ability to have multiple options ready for high-pressure situations, combined with strategic decision-making from John Schneider and Pete Walker, could define how effectively the Blue Jays manage their pitching staff and ultimately compete in key moments. Finally, spring training also provides a glimpse into the potential evolution of these players. Tracking metrics like velocity, spin rate, and pitch sequencing gives fans and analysts a preview of how pitchers like Jimmy Garcia and Tyler Rogers might contribute. Young arms like Braden Fisher offer the possibility of establishing themselves as dependable major league options. The interplay between established veterans and rising talents will shape the narrative of the bullpen, creating excitement for fans as they anticipate the start of the season. With so many elements in motion, from high-leverage right-handed arms to developing left-handed pitchers, the bullpen could emerge as a cornerstone of the team's success, influencing not only late-inning outcomes, but also the overall strategy and depth of the pitching staff for the year ahead. As we move deeper into the discussion of the Blue Jays' bullpen and roster construction, it's impossible to ignore the intrigue surrounding spring training and the decisions that will shape the season ahead. This is a time where young talent meets veteran experience, and coaches are faced with the challenge of balancing development with immediate results. Players like Ricky Tedman, for instance, are entering the spotlight with both potential and question marks. His velocity is electric, making him a tantalizing option for high-leverage situations, but injuries have been a concern in the past. Monitoring his progress during spring training will be key, not only for the team's short-term success, but also for determining whether he can reliably handle the pressures of a full season. Each throw, each outing, will be scrutinized, as these moments set the tone for the months to come and establish trust between player and coaching staff. Tedman represents the kind of high-risk, high-reward arm that can completely change late-inning dynamics if everything clicks. Alongside him, players like Mason Fluharty and Braden Fisher are trying to carve out roles that could define their careers. These are the individuals on the bubble, the ones whose performances in practice games and early exhibition matchups will be meticulously evaluated. Fluharty had moments of brilliance last season, showing he could dominate in specific matchups, particularly against left-handed hitters. Yet consistency is what separates a fringe player from a reliable bullpen piece. Spring training is the proving ground where these young arms demonstrate that they belong in high-pressure situations. Coaches will analyze mechanics, stamina, and mental composure, and the outcome will determine how flexible the bullpen can be throughout the season. Every inning pitched in these early games carries weight, as it can influence both roster decisions and in-game strategies once the regular season starts. Then there's the conversation around the rotation of innings and how relievers like Tyler Rogers and Luis Varland will be deployed. Rogers' ability to induce soft contact rather than rely purely on strikeouts offers a tactical advantage in multi-inning appearances, Watching how the coaching staff leverages him during spring training will give fans an early look at potential strategies. Will he be called upon to finish innings, bridge to a closer, or neutralize runners in critical situations? The answer to these questions will likely evolve as spring training progresses, but it provides a fascinating window into the depth and versatility of the bullpen. Varland, on the other hand, offers an almost unparalleled combination of durability and raw power. A former starter who can throw triple-digit fastballs, he is capable of handling extended outings and relief roles, providing a bridge when the team needs stability. His ability to go multiple innings without losing effectiveness is rare and could be a decisive factor in how the Blue Jays approach tight games. The high-leverage environment of late innings will also highlight how Jimmy Garcia rebounds. His history of injuries makes him a player to watch closely, and spring training offers the first opportunity to see whether he can maintain consistency over consecutive outings. Garcia's spin rates, velocity, and control will be under constant scrutiny, and every appearance will have implications for how the coaching staff structures the bullpen hierarchy. Will he be the setup man for the eighth inning, or will his usage depend on matchups and situational needs? The interplay between Garcia, Rogers, and Varland promises to be one of the most compelling storylines as the team prepares for opening day. Fans will be paying attention not just to the outcomes of these innings, but to how the pitchers look in terms of mechanics, confidence, and command, a true glimpse into the foundation of the bullpen for the season ahead. Depth is further complicated by the need for a reliable left-handed arm. While right-handed options seem solid, the left side of the bullpen remains an open question. Brennan Little, Mason Fluharty, and Ricky Tedman are all potential pieces, but none have yet secured a dominant role in high-leverage situations. The Blue Jays may need to explore additional acquisitions or rely on minor league call-ups to fill this gap. A left-handed reliever who can consistently handle late-inning pressure would provide valuable flexibility, especially against lineups heavy with right-handed hitters. The combination of right-handed firepower and left-handed stability could transform the bullpen from a group of talented but situational pitchers into a cohesive, strategic unit capable of navigating a full season with confidence. Spring training also gives a chance to see how younger arms like Eric Lowers perform in the context of a competitive major league environment. Lowers has shown promise, but the adjustment from minor league competition to facing established hitters is always challenging. His approach, pitch selection, and ability to handle pressure will determine whether he earns a spot in the bullpen rotation or remains a developmental option for the future. Similarly, Braden Fisher's growth over the past season indicates he could be a key contributor, particularly if injuries or matchups create opportunities for him. These players represent the next wave of talent that could supplement the established veterans, creating a deeper, more resilient bullpen. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are stirring across the baseball world as Shohei Ohtani, the two-way sensation of the Los Angeles Dodgers, reportedly felt discomfort in his pitching arm during a private workout. Sources close to the team claim that the training session, meant to fine-tune his already remarkable skills, came to an abrupt halt when Ohtani appeared to experience sudden pain. The situation escalated quickly, with the Dodgers reportedly dispatching a medical jet to bring in specialized care as concerns mounted over the severity of the injury. While the team has remained tight-lipped, insiders suggest the organization is treating this as a high-priority situation, given Ohtani's critical role as both a dominant pitcher and a game-changing hitter. Rumors have swirled around the implication for the Dodgers' strategy in upcoming games, as fans and analysts alike debate the potential impact on the lineup if the star's arm needs rest or treatment. Ohtani's history of balancing pitching and hitting at elite levels has always come with risks, and every twitch or twinge in his arm is now under intense scrutiny. The private nature of the workout, away from public eyes, only fuels speculation, with observers wondering whether this could signal a minor setback or something that demands a more cautious approach. Sources hint that the Dodgers medical team is leaving no stone unturned, suggesting an urgent assessment that could dictate the next steps in Ohtani's season. Social media has erupted with conjecture, from whispers of a precautionary shutdown to theories about potential rehab or specialized therapy. Analysts debate whether Ohtani's workload has been a factor, highlighting the delicate balance between maximizing his contributions and preserving his health. Amidst the speculation, fans remain captivated, watching every update with bated breath as the narrative unfolds. The Dodgers organization, meanwhile, appears determined to ensure that whatever the outcome, Ohtani's remarkable talents will continue to shine without unnecessary risk. In a sport where every pitch and swing can shift the tides, the eyes of the baseball world are firmly fixed on Ohtani, and any news from his camp sparks immediate conversation. The drama surrounding this sudden interruption has only added to his mystique, reminding everyone why Shohei Ohtani remains one of the most talked-about figures in the game today. Whether this is a fleeting scare or a more serious concern, one thing is certain. All eyes are on his arm, and the next move will be closely watched by fans, media, and rivals alike. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.